Good evening. I hope you have a wonderful day today. And I didn't show up for the past 2 days because I was sick. I didn't feel well and I was very sick and I slept for like maybe 17 hours straight just to hopefully I can show up next day, but I wasn't. I couldn't. Um, so I'm here. Today I feel way better. I went on a field trip with my kids because I want to rest for the weekend because I want to be ready for the trip today. That is a homeschool field trip to George Washington's houses in Vermont and in Mount Vernon, and it was beautiful. And I didn't want my kids to miss it, so I really rested well so that I can be ready for today. And I'm ready. And I'm a little bit early as well too because I still don't have my energy back and I'm still have a lot of congestion. So I just want to get this start ready and then I can go and rest. So hopefully I will be ready for homeschool tomorrow. So I'm gonna be ready early today, in a half an hour early. Um, Today we went to the you know what, actually let's not talk about that. The trip was wonderful, the kids were well behaved, and we have a wonderful time. But when I got home, I got this from from his instructor, from my son piano instructor, sent this to us for the performance in 2 weeks from now. I think yes, it's in 2 weeks, in less than 15 days. And oh my God, you know what? They have so much to have to be. You have to pay attention. This is the list of things that they're gonna grade you to. And looking at the list, and like I was blown away because I'm sure Miss Jackie was practicing Tiberius preparing for this, but mentally ready and prepared for it, like knows well. This is my first time seeing this, and I'm like, wow, correct note, mark of expressions, note values, control, rhythm, technique, the body position, the finger, the hand positions, the pedal, breath control, diction, tonguing, use of bow. I think this is a different. I think this is for something else. The musicianship, balance, dynamics, intonation, tone. Wow, it's just so much. I'm sure they don't. He is only the primary for one, so I'm sure it's not gonna everything in the here, and we're not gonna do everything in here. But looking at this, I'm just appreciate to come into the competitions. I think I mentioned before, but not in this channel, but before on the other channel, that I never be a big fan of competitions. When I put my kids into martial art or piano, I just want them to learn the skill. I just want them to have the skill and learn the skill because it's helping them. There's self-defense, how music, it's just helping them on a different, so many different things. But I never think that I'm gonna do the competitions at all. I never be a big fan. But after 3 years of being into this, I start and slowly leaning into the other directions, and I'm willing and open to join competitions, to join performance, to do this and do that, because I think the first time we do the performance, um, I think 2.5 years ago, or almost 3 years ago, that the first performance was nothing, but I think the second performance is the one that I have to hold two. I have to take two kids. I have to take two kids together with me, all by myself, and get ready and repairing days by day by day before the performance, just for like 1 or 2 minutes performance on his part. The whole team is like 15 minutes, but for his part, it's only a couple minutes. And it took us I'm counting my hours, at least 20 hours in repair just to perform rehearsal with the team. For me, and driving back and forth and sit there and waiting and then practicing with him at home, it's on top of 20 hours. It's more hours on top of that. So it's like 30, 40 hours. And it's not like only learn one form, you learn couple form, and it's not only 1 month, it's like months before that. So, it takes a lot of time. And that when I see the values of, I more appreciate competitions and performance, especially people doing it. And then I'm start to slowly getting him to. And last year, I say let's try the competition for him. And I'm doing the private class with the Sufu for him. The practice to get to the next level are totally different from the class. The exercise outside the class, the reparation, the perform, the corrections, everything, like we practicing like outside and in the call and get ready for the competition. It's just so much technique, so much to learn from that. At the same time, is give my son the values of practicing. When you're practicing correctly every single time, you save a lot of time. But if you don't practice correctly, you just waste of time. And in competition, you have only one chance to not only to test yourself, but to compare yourself to other kids and see how you're doing. And if you want to improve yourself, that is only one way to see. And you learn from other people, you learn from other kids, you learn the form, you listen to other Sufu criticizing your move, and you learn so much. It's just dynamic of learning. And I just start to appreciate it. And the same thing with this, right? If I don't come into this competition for this performance for Tiberius with the piano, I won't learn about this. Like, this is the long list. And, and this is the reinforcement for Tiberius, because that's what the Tiberius is going to do. That from now on, he know when I'm correcting his finger, he know the reason. Right now, I'm correcting his finger. I'm asking him to slow down. I ask him to be consistent. That too fast or too slow had to be the same beat, the same. He cannot connect them together at all. He cannot. So what with this one right here, now he know that when I say no, when I say slow down, when I say hand positions, or like make sure that you have the let's see the technique, let's see the body, the position, you have to be sit up straight. He's like, why do I have to sit? I still can play like this. I don't have to sit up straight like this. But now he knows, because you cannot practice incorrectly, because when you jump down like this, is it the breathing and the expression, the emotion. When you had to press up like this, it's open up. It's a different position, it's different emotion, it's different open. So and it's good for him to learn that way. And how it can relate it to us. How what is do here is that like, even though here I'm not into the competition, I'm not going to competition myself, but at the same time, like, you have to show up and practice correctly, because without doing it correctly, without doing it, you won't know if you do it right or wrong. And as we go, we will learn, we will know that is what is right and what is wrong. So, like, without coming to the competition, I won't know what is right and what is wrong, how to improve it. Without learning piano, I don't know how can improve myself. I don't know if I like it or not. Now I'm learning piano. Without coming to the competition, I don't know what is good and what is bad. But now with this competition and come back home, Tiberius is gonna learn a lot, and I will learn a lot too. So like, for me, this is like, it's it's a different level of learning. This is a layers of learning. At the beginning, just start with simple lessons. And then when you get the better with your skill, you start to improving, and then you start to have put another layers and expectations, or maybe push yourself higher a little bit and start to compare yourself with other, or maybe go into a competition and compete with other and see how you're doing it, and then come back and correct it. There are different layers of learning, but without doing it, without starting it, we're not going to get here. And without starting it, I'm not going to know my son have a passion for music, because he used to be in the classroom when he was 3 or 4 years old. The teacher complaining in the music class that he has no passion for music. He cannot sit still. He cannot focus. He interferes with other kids in the classroom. They know that music is not important to him, but please be respectful of the classroom, and just go on and on and on. But you know what? Since I homeschool him, I'm serious putting time into music, and it should turn into a different direction. If I did not do that, I won't know. If I keep assuming that he bad at music, he not have the big passion for music, I ignoring it, I never put time into it, I won't know. So for me is that, like for me to, like, I have been learning, and to be honest, when I'm doing this, I did not think much. I say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to get the piano. And when I got the piano, I say, let's try. And then he's so excited. And then I put a lesson on, he backed out. I stopped for a long time. I stopped for more than a month. I stopped for more than a month because I don't know how to get him back. I know that I did something wrong, that you just cut him off. I'm like, okay. So I'm just waiting for the right moment. And not only that, I'm just wait for myself to be ready, mentally ready. I'm like, I have to find a way. And then I say, okay, now I'm ready. Take a deep breath. And I say, we're going to go all in for the next 12 months. And I did that. Sit down, search for instructor, hiring instructor, and get the book that she told me to, and sit down and practice with him every day. I didn't even know what to do at that time. I don't even know the note. I don't even know what quarter note is. I didn't even know what the bar line is. I didn't know anything. But I did. I started. I just get into it. And I didn't even know how to coach. To be honest, at that time, I did not know how to coach. I don't really know how to yell. That's all I know. And I learn as I go. That's it. And I get better every day. And now I'm training my daughter, 5 years old, with the same book, the same thing, with what I have learned so far for the past 12 months. And I'm training her. And now I know I'm confident doing it now. It's just amazing talking about this right now, is that I was able to train my 5 years old how to learn piano without taking the class. And did you ask me, I learned it before? No, I did not. I just learned as I'm training and helping my son, and that's it. I did not sit down and practice on my own. I did not do any of those. Maybe a couple of classes, couple of times, but I never had the time to sit down and do it at all. But now I start to learn, especially with my daughter. She's 5 years old. She's a little bit younger. So I have to train a different way, and I have to learn how to break it down in a different way, how to train her. So I'm still learning to teach, but at least now I'm more confident. I know exactly what it is, and I'm confident. I know what to do now without doing if I did not start before, I'm not gonna know what I'm doing right now. So from my experience, it's just, I remember before, like before kids, before, way before, that I always get ready, had to get the right shoe, had to go the right jeans, had to do the right exercise, had to know how to talk to people, things so much. And then I buy clothing and I never go exercise. I never go do tennis. I try so much, and golf, tennis, golf, dancing class, belly dancing, all the things that you can name them. I tried them all, but it's never lasts, and it's just so hard for me to get started because I'm thinking so much. But for the past couple years, what I learned is that just get started. When you have an idea, just go ahead and do it. Do it with fear, do it without knowing it. And then you go at you learn. And even though I'm doing this today with YouTube's and with practicing here, I don't know where it's gonna go or how it's gonna like, but I'm doing it because I really want to do this, and I just sit down and doing it and see how it's go. If it turned out good, awesome. If it's not, I'm sure I'm going to learn something at the end of this year's. I'm sure. Because for the past 12 months with the music, I learned something already. For the past 12 months of homeschooling, I learned something already. I'm sure after this 12 months, I will learn something different as well too. And it's not going to be a bad thing. It's all be good. So to get started, if you haven't, okay? All right, so let's practice 15 minutes. Let's turn on the timer. 15 minutes. One, two, three. One, two, All right, 30 minutes is over. I hope you have a wonderful practicing today. I'm sorry I start a little bit early because I really, really like that want to lie down and rest. And since, my son and my kids are quiet down early tonight, so I just want to get this done and then go rest as well too and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another long day. So I hope you have a wonderful time today and practicing, do whatever you need to do. And I hopefully see you tomorrow at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Thanks.